Hey guys, it's Joshy here, and I am here with my first Pokemon Sword and Shield, I nearly said Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, battle. So this is actually my first theme team as well, which is my playthrough team, pretty simple. And yeah, so it's just, all I did is ask for a couple of people to battle me with their playthrough team against mine, otherwise it can get pretty uneven. Also, if you guys find anything you like or dislike about these videos, I like this overlay a little bit different this time, and how I'm running it, just let me know. But I'm always happy to hear what you guys want to see. You can also suggest theme teams either on Discord, in the comments, and anything. So, this is Lucy, the only Pokemon nicknamed I have at all, really. And this was nicknamed due to the fact Lucy watched nearly all my streams and asked for Wooloo to be nicknamed after her, and I was happy to oblige. So, anyway, I like the set on Lucy. Actually misses the Thunder Wave there, Flag does, which sucks. I'm just going to lead with the Zen Headbutt. I do almost all the health, which is perfect. And I was like, critical hit, that makes sense. So, I actually have held items on most of my Pokemon. I've got Silk Scarf. You do actually find a fair few on your playthrough. So I swapped to Headbutt here just because I thought, oh well, I can do a bit of damage. I'm going to get hit with the Overdrive. Does a heap of damage as well, but I'm able to hit with the Headbutt and take him out. So that works out really well there. And Lucy is, Lucy hasn't got, thick fur coat, sorry. She has, inner focus, so it only helps really with flinching. So anyway, we get Chili Pepper, the Center Scorch, coming in here, and I was like, well, I'm going to go for a Cotton Guard. I'm expecting this thing to be physical, and I actually kind of expected him to outspeed me nearly. I wasn't sure how it'd go. So I do actually end up getting the boost there, so I'm like, sweet, after +3 in defense, I should hopefully just live it, and I do on 2 HP. So I'm like, yes, awesome. Then I see his Life Orb, and I was like, oh, that was a risk. So now I'm able to go for the Last Resort, which is luckily a massively powerful normal type move that you can only use once you use all your moves. So that's why we're on here. And I don't quite take him out. He's left on a little bit of red health. I'm like, damn it. Oh well, at least Lucy claimed one. Lucy goes down there, and like, I can tell you Lucy does alright generally. And they're like, wait a second, I forgot about the Life Orb. Lucy claims 2. So I'm 2 for 1 at the moment, and I'm like, looking pretty nice. So I thought, who do I want to bring in? I thought, you know what, I'm just going to bring in Copperaja. I think Copperaja sits a little bit better with a lot of people on his team, and I can go from there. Anyway, Flag's going to end up bringing in Lisa, which is his Hatterene, which is a horrid matchup for me. And after the Shudder, I'm thinking, I'm not sure what he's going to do here. I was having a think. I was like, do I want to change moves? And I thought, nope, I want to hit hard with this one move here, because if even on a swap, I can cause decent damage to something that does even possibly resist here. So we're going to get the Runerigus in. I nearly said Cofferigus. Runerigus in. I'm going to do almost half, but I do lose my Sheer Force, so I'm not even going to do around that next turn. And I'm expecting this thing to carry Earthquake, so I'm like, look, I'll live a hit, but I don't want to risk it too much, or do I? You know, like, it was a bit of a toss-up. Then I thought, oh, look, I'm just going to stay in. I thought I might actually outspeed. I was a little wrong here. And I thought maybe I could get a flinch off. So that was probably a missed call on my part. I probably could have swapped. But then again, I didn't have any flying types. Like, well, I didn't have any really ones I was safe to swap in against this guy. So I went, oh, well, I'll just pick my next one. So, well, I had no flying types, but I mean, you can have Levitate is what I mean. So here I was tossing, and I was like, oh, look, I'm going to bring in Darmanitan. I think that's my best option at the moment. I am super effective, and I think I can generally handle most things on his team. So we'll go from there. So anyway, I went for Icicle Crash here. I did swap Ice Punch for Icicle Crash, just so I had that bit extra. And I thought, let's see. So I was like, come on, do your damage. And so I don't miss, thank goodness. And I was like, let's see how much. And it definitely is enough to do the rest of it, which is a fair bit. And I love Runerigus' both battle entering and dying animation. So I'm like, I wonder what we're going to see come in next, because I've got to deal with this. Now we've got Night, and I was like, let's see. And I was like, okay. So we've got Corviknight here to deal with. Now, the good thing is, I do carry a move that is super effective, so I'm able to hit him with a Flare Blitz. So I'm like, sweet. Okay, I've got plans here. We'll see what happens. And, you know, it's funny because you don't know what people necessarily played through with. This Darmanitan joined my team quite late in the playthrough, and it's quite useful, and you'll see why. But if you guys want to see the playthrough as well, it's all linked on my channel. So I get Flare Blitz off, do over half. I get the burn, which is just amazing. That never happens. Lose a bit of HP. And then I get hit with the Steel Wing, which he misses, and I'm like, no, when am I ever this lucky? Maybe Sword and Shield to give me more battle luck. Not my, we'll find out eventually. So I was still in a bit of disbelief. I actually wasn't picking the move quickly because I was just typing. And I thought, no, I'm not going to be taken out by this thing unless he crits me, right? So I'm just going to go for the headbutt. Maybe I'll get the flinch. We'll see. Good animation for headbutt. Really used the head there. And then I get the flinch and I'm like, no. Now I seem like I'm really dicking about. But there is a good reason I'm doing this. So I'm hoping not to kill. And the fire can take him down, the burn. But I want to be hit by an attack. Now here flag could swap. There's no use to swap because, you know, that swap's only going to bring you into something else that's going to get hit hard, and really Knight is useless at this point. One hit down for sure from anyone, and with being burnt as well, like, your attack power's half. So I go for another one. I'm like, do I get the flinch? I don't, which is good because I didn't want it. Flag just going for the Brave Bird there, and I was like, come on, yep. Puts me under half, and he's like, oh, thank God. Okay, I'm down, but I can deal with this. And I was like, well... And he's like, no. And I was like, yep, this baby, join me in a raid late game. This is my last Pokemon to join my team, and I love it. It's a fantastic idea, this Zen mode. I've said we need Fire and Ice for ages. We need all this different type of matchup, and we got it. So anyway, we're going to have, our Gearko over here come in, which I'm mental blanking on the name, which I know. Inteleon, thank you, Josh. And so he's going to Dynamax his Inteleon here. He's only got 2 left, so he does have to deal with this thing. And after a Dynamax, I don't really have a move that's generally going to take him out. So I'm like, oh well, it looks like I'm probably just going to be causing as much damage as possible here. So I ended up going for Dig because I thought, well, I don't know what he's going to do. And Dig will cause alright damage overall, right? My attack power and my speed's been boosted, but... I thought, if he does Dynamax, I actually waste a whole turn of Dynamaxing by digging. And that's a big thing. So anyway, get the dig off, over a quarter, probably 3 to 4 hits, we'll see. And then I get hit with the Max Geisha. I was like, okay, look, I was expecting to die anyway. Done good work, done Manitam, but I just thought, wear a turn of his Dynamaxing off, and we can go from there. So, I'm down, and I thought, oh, well, who am I going to bring in next? And I thought, you know what? I don't think it's the worst idea right now to bring in Cinderace. Now, the reason being is because I have, as you can see in my moves just there, low sweep. And I thought I might outspeed, I may not, I'm not sure yet, we'll see. But if I don't, then I just waste his last turn of Dynamaxing. If I do survive, or go first, then I can also get a low sweep off and drop his speed, which can be beneficial. So I do outspeed, get the low sweep off, pop him under half HP. The HP loss isn't as important as the speed drop itself. So anyway, I'm going to get the Max Geisha again into my face, especially now boosted from the rain. I'm like, yeah, I'm not living, and that's fine. Cinderace did all I needed him to at the moment. So Cinderace is going down, and I was like, okay, well, I've still got 2 to deal with. 1 full HP, 1 not really. So I'm going to bring in Orbeetle now. I thought, this guy... really can work. So I was like, now I know Inteleon can definitely carry the Sucker Punch, and most people do carry it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to ploy him here. He thinks at that HP you think I'd go and take you out, but I'm not. I'm going to go for the Carmine, expecting the Sucker Punch. I make the right call, and I'm able to get a free Carmine off, which is massive, because both of these, well, Inteleon's a bit mixed, but especially Hatterene, the one on full HP, is a special attacker, so I'm going to have to deal with that. So I thought, well, now I'm just going to go for the Bug Buzz because I do have the Silver Powder on, so that way I'm going to have that boosted bit of attack. So he doesn't go for it this time. I get the Bug Buzz off, and that's definitely going to take him out. So I'm like, yes, I played the mind games right. Again, another thing I don't always do right, so maybe Sword and Shield may be my time. So, one to deal with, and it's Hatterene. So I was like, the good thing is, I've got the Carmine off. So now I'm boosted in Special Defense and Special Attack. So I'm just going to go for the Bug Buzz. Now, this thing is slow, but every other stat is decent on Hatterene. So I was expecting, probably a 2-hit KO, and I was correct. But also the fact I outspeed. Dazzling Gleamer, excuse me, does about a third. So I've got this in the bag. I'd have to somehow miss a Bug Buzz here. And I actually didn't even end up using my Dynamax this battle, which wasn't intentional. I just only realised then that I didn't Dynamax. Now, I did have actually another amazing battle, really. And I didn't realise there wasn't a versus recorder, and so Sarge and I had a nail-biting end of a match, and I couldn't show it to you guys. So that was a bit of a shame, but we'll get on to the next one. So this one is against Duot, again, off my Discord, same as Flag. If you want to battle me, best to jump on there, it's linked below, and we're having a lot of fun, actually, lately doing it, and theme teams are rolling in, and I have a lot of stuff I'm planning on getting started, so I hope to see some of you guys there. So anyway, I led off with Center Scorch, and I was like, yes, got a Corviknight across from me, I can make this work. So I was like, great, I'm going to go for the Fire Lash. I was thinking of Dynamaxing, I thought I don't want to pull that too early. Then Sephiroth, which is a fantastic name for Corviknight, outspeeds me and hits me with a Brave Bird, and I was like, oh shit. And I was like, well, that's fair, I made the wrong call, not him. So, I mean, I got a quarter HP off him, nearly a third, so I was like, who do I bring in next? And I was like, well, my faster fire Pokemon, obviously, Cinderace. And then I was like, I had a moment there, if you looked, I was thinking maybe Lucy, and then I was like, no, because the problem is Lucy doesn't have the power to take this thing out, even though she can stall and set up her defenses. I thought this isn't the right Pokemon to do that against. So, yeah. So anyway, obviously we're going to fight here, and I'm going to Pyro Ball it straight in the face, and I'm like, please don't miss. And then he actually swaps, so I was like, okay, fair enough. That hit hard, so he may be saving it. And we're going to have the Dragapult coming in. When people have nicknames at the start of a new generation, I'm like, please don't. I'm still trying to remember. Sometimes I have mental blanks. So anyway, I don't do quite half, and I thought, look, I don't actually really want to swap anybody else into this. And I can go for a bounce, but it's a 2-turn. He could set up if he's going to or do anything. So I'm probably best just going for another Pyro Ball. So we're going to get Dragon Darts here, which is really cool. We get 1 Dreepy to the face, we get 2 Dreepies to the face. I'm down the next turn for sure. I don't miss the Pyro Ball at least, so I was like, come on, let's at least get a burn off. That would be epic. And then I actually take him out. I must have gone from min to max rolls to take that thing out, because I did not expect that to happen. I was just hoping to bring in an Avenger, so to say, for the next one. So yeah. So anyway, Briggs next, and which is his Inteleon, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go for the low sweep again. Hopefully I can get through, but he does Sucker Punch here. I don't have anything but a physical, an attacking move, but he does not kill me. I'm able to get that off. Critical hit, which is even better, and drop the speed. So I was like, okay, good. I'm setting someone into a good area. I'm going to probably go down this turn. I went for the quick attack at least, because I thought, just cause, you know, he doesn't know what I'm carrying though, which is good, because if he did, he may have thought I was going, now predicting the Sucker Punch. I probably could have gone for something else, because now we see it goes for a Snipe Shot, but I was just happy to get more damage off, because at that stage all I wanted to do is drop the speed, because, well, I'd done my job. As I said, I didn't even expect to take out Dragapult. So I was like, okay, well, who's going to deal with this? And I thought, you know what, Lucy can, because Lucy's going to outspeed. I'm hoping to possibly get a flinch off or something, get the ball rolling on that thing. But then, you know, first off, hopefully, as I said, well, I didn't say, I was going for a Cotton Guard to boost up. So that was either before or after. So here, obviously, this time I went forward. I'm mixing it up in my head with other times. And then we're going to get a U-turn. So that does a nothing, but it's probably the right turn to U-turn out. But the good thing is now I've got that boost in defense. I'm going to be a little bit more stable. So now we're going to get the Center Scorch coming in. So I think everyone wanted to use Center Scorch nearly. So I thought, oh well, now I'm going to go for the Headbutt first this turn. Hopefully get a flinch off. We'll see what happens. Do just under half. Don't get the flinch. I'm actually going to get Fire Lashed here. I was like, okay, that doesn't do much, but it does give me a defense drop. So I thought, okay. I'm actually going to go for another Cotton Guard. That'll get me up to 5, back down to 4, so then I'll be 3 times my defense still. But this thing shouldn't be getting through me too much, and then I can try my Zen Headbutt. Then we get the Leech Life instead, and I was like, okay, someone's going for the recovery. Well, that's going to leave me on 3.5 times, not 3 times my defense, which is good. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go for the Zen Headbutt, hopefully get the flinch so I have more HP afterwards, and then I can start spamming my last resort. So I'm like, come on, flinch, flinch. He doesn't. But he went for Coil and didn't realise what I was doing. Now, that's not a bad idea if I was mostly a defensive set. But I'm not really a set in general, but a playthrough mon. So I have mixed EVs, mixed IVs. Like, you never know what you're going to get. So I'm going to go for the last resort, and with that big boost, plus its stab, I'm going to definitely get the kill there. Now, when I say big boost, I just mean its natural base power, I should say, just to make it clear. So anyway, Sephiroth's going to come back out. I'm like, alright, well, this thing's going to hit me maybe with a Brave Bird. That's probably what I do. Strongest move, it's probably carrying. But I can still hit it with a last resort and do a chunk of damage. I actually even outspeed, but then again, Corviknight's not the fastest Pokemon. So I'm going to get hit with a Revenge, and I was like, that's why I outsped. But, thanks to my boosts, I'm going to live there. So I'm going to go, I thought, let's go for a Headbutt if I can get the flinch off, because I don't think a last resort will kill. At least a Headbutt can get the flinch, then I can last resort kill. I don't. I get Iron-Headed, and I'm like, okay, nope, still alive. I was expecting to do well, but Lucy is just killing it. So I'm going to go back to the last resort now. Outspeed again, either way, whatever he uses. And, yep, Sephiroth's going down. Something that took Cloud a lot longer to do. So, you know, I'm feeling pretty confident. 3 down while I've only lost 2. Lucy again claiming many souls. You know, and now we've got the, see again, Dagon. I've got to remember. But it's, and I'm having, yeah, mental blanks. But unfortunately, there was pressure there, so my PB went down so fast I've got to rely on the headbutt instead. So I'm hoping for the flinch. Grimmsnarl, there it is. It was on the tip of my tongue. So anyway, we're going to get a, I was like, I wonder if it's Gigantamax, because there's that chance that you found one through your playthrough near the end. But no, it's just a Dynamax, which is fine, you know. And I'm going to have to deal with this thing. But I'm not really worried. Like, I mean, I have the Pokemon to do it. So I'm just like, do I outspeed? And I do. Go for the headbutt. I was like, come on, get the flinch. That'd be great. But I don't. I actually don't know if you can flinch Dynamax Pokemon, to be honest. I don't think you can. And I'm going to be destroyed there by the Starfall, which probably wasn't the worst idea to Dynamax there. As much as, you know, Dynamaxing didn't matter for the kill, knowing that I'm carrying Headbutt could have mattered, because obviously you don't want to flinch and take extra damage. And then I see he's got a Life Orb, and I was like, okay. Well, there you go. So I was like, I'm going to bring in Copperajah. Copperajah can easily deal with Dagon. And, I mean, you're not going to swap out your Dynamax Pokemon, are you? So you're going to stay in, and you're going to try and cause as much trouble as you can. Now, I'm just going to go for the Iron Head. I thought I should be able to do a chunk of damage, if not take him out. I'm probably going to be outsped, though, but that's alright with me. So anyway, Max Darkness, as I said, it's going to hit me, you know, it's going to be a Spadef drop. And then I was like, woo, I barely lived that one. I was like, okay, I don't know if this thing is super strong, or if he's actually a mixed set, so maybe he has a special attacking move, which is what caught me off guard. But my Iron Head being super effective is easily enough to take out that thing. And Dynamax Pokemon fainting while Dynamax are some of my favourite animations of this game. So now, I'm down to 3, he's down to 2, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm not stressed, but I don't think Copperajah is going to make it all the way, because, I mean, look at our HP. We're slow in general, so I was like, look, I'm just going to go for an Iron Head. Sure, a Sucker Punch or a Snipe Shot or something with Snipe Shot is going to take me out, and that's going to save me the time of, well, not the time, but it's, you know. So anyway, Copperajah's down, and I was like, okay, well, this time I think I'm going to bring an Orbeetle here. Again, I know that that Sucker Punch is sitting there, so I can go for the Calm Mind or the Hypnosis and get that one of them attempts off for free. And especially if you do the Hypnosis and you miss after someone's done a Sucker Punch, they're going to expect you to do it again. So this time I went for the Calm Mind, again calling it. I was like, people are just, I mean, they're not mostly predictable on purpose, but they are at stages. So, as I said, you know, if you can just do that, it's just, I know they carry it and it's super effective. So anyway, I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz now, and he actually outspeeds me. I was like, okay, I didn't know if he would or wouldn't. Does under half health, which is what I want to see. And now I'm going to get a free attack on whatever's coming in. So I was like, I don't know what the last Pokemon is. I've been purposely avoiding looking at people's teams. So anyway, it's the Eldegoss. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry that I'm going to destroy you so fast, Sammy. But Sammy is going to go down, and as much as I do get outsped by the Inteleon, I don't think it's going to matter, because it's not doing more than half my health. And I was like, but we could see, you know, I could swap in, well, I've got one more Pokemon, and as long as I'm not Zen mode, Diamanitan should be able to do a fair bit of work. So, as I said, got this thing to deal with. I was like, well, what do I want to do? Do I want to try and put it to sleep? I thought, nah. Just going to come out, guns blazing. We'll see what happens. We get the sucker punch hit this time. I was like, I don't think it'll take me out. I was correct that it left me on a little bit. Going for the bug buzz. And that, again, is enough to take him out. So I end up winning that one as the same as the last one. 2-1. Or, sorry, 2-0. Now, I was thought that both of them I did display everyone, and so it wasn't too bad of a battle. They were actually both really interesting battles, and I really enjoyed them. So I hope you guys did as well. But if you did enjoy them, though, I do ask if you wouldn't mind, please, last resorting that like button. Don't forget Discord, Twitch, and Twitter, all linked in just below. Twitch is actually going to be important because in January I'm planning on streaming every day of the month and raising money for charity, so I'd love to see you guys there. And you can comment under that. Loving all the comments on all the other videos at the moment. And finally, if you aren't and you'd like to keep up to date, you are more than welcome to sub. And if you really want to know what I'm doing and when I'm uploading and what I'm uploading, you can ring the bell. But anyway, guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.